Hi beautiful, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Tina. I am a streamer slash content creator who's just starting out their YouTube. Super exciting. This is my first week as a YouTuber, so I'm super excited to experiment with the type of videos I can make. If you have any ideas or videos you'd like to see me make, please leave a comment down below. I'd really appreciate it because I'm not very great at thinking of them. Now before we get on with the video, I really want to point out 3 things which I have done which really helped elevate my natural non-makeup makeup look to like a completely new level. And these are 3 things that when you don't have any makeup on, it's going to make you look really good. So when you do those no makeup looks, it's just going to be the best. The first and most important thing is your skin. 100%, no matter how many times people promise you that you can get a smooth, beautiful finish at the end of your makeup when you have acne or like bumps, it's not gonna happen. It's just not, unless you have perfect lighting 24/7. I really recommend going to a dermatologist and getting a prescription drug for your acne if it is bad. That's what I did. My acne was horrendous until I started going on isotretinoin. I'm on 20 milligrams now and it has been so good. I used to be on the pill, but the pill made me absolutely crazy. So we are on isotretinoin and this is such a lifesaver. My skin was really bad. Literally just 6 months ago, it was terrible. I had acne everywhere. Every single day I had a new pimple somewhere and it really ruined my self-esteem. And I started this maybe 3 months ago and my skin, as you can tell, has gotten so much smoother, so much nicer. It's still very far from perfect, but it is just so nice to have a smooth looking skin. It's as someone who's like struggled with acne their whole life, it's a complete lifesaver. Now I don't know how expensive this prescription drug is in Australia or America or any like Western countries, but I live in Vietnam and this is really cheap. You can get it from any general pharmacy in Vietnam for about $26 AUD, which is I think about 15, maybe like $17 USD, and you can just get a whole pack of these. It's a month's worth and it's so cheap. I think everyone should be on it. No, not everyone who struggles with acne. You know, it's funny because when I tried getting a prescription for this in Australia, they said I couldn't do it because I have eczema and I had really bad, severe eczema. And I came over here and they just gave it to me. The second thing that I think has really elevated my look is eyebrows. Getting your eyebrows microbladed by a professional who is like really good. Don't go to just some random cheap person, okay? Please do not do that. If it is your first time going, I would highly recommend asking for thin, straight brows. None of the thick chunky ones. I think if it's your first time, it's gonna look too thick and then you can build your way up. The third and final thing that I would recommend is having lash extensions. Lash extensions are honestly such a time saver. Because I have lash extensions, I don't have to curl and put mascara on in the morning. It cuts my makeup time so much and it's just so easy. It's nice to wake up and just have lashes on already. But obviously if you don't have eyelash extensions, I know it can be really expensive in a lot of places. In Vietnam, my eyelashes per session cost maybe $20, but it's okay. Just add some mascara. Be sure to add mascara because having long lashes definitely brightens and opens your eyes a lot. Okay, now that that's done, let's move on to the makeup routine. Okay, so here I am without any makeup. As you guys can see, my skin is very far from perfect. We have some redness around the cheeks, and we do have some eye bags that we need to conceal, but we are off to a good start. I will quickly add that this makeup tutorial is for a very natural look, so it won't cover blemishes perfectly. We don't want to look really cakey, we just want to elevate our look. So my first step after clipping my hair out of my face is vitamin C. I use the Youth of the People 15% vitamin C and caffeine serum. Just place a few pumps into the palm of your hand before applying it onto clean skin. Next is sunscreen. This might be weird to some people, but I actually use baby sunscreen because baby products tend to be more gentle for sensitive skin like mine. I also found that baby sunscreen is less likely to cause your products to flake. I have no idea why. This is just what I discovered from using it. My final step before applying makeup is lip hydration. I'm just going to use pore point ointment and put on a bit more than I usually would and let it sit while I do my base. This way, my lips will be soft and hydrated by the time I put on any lipstick. Now that we finished the skincare, let's move on to the makeup. Now, I use zinc for the base. I used to struggle with tinted sunscreens and foundations, looking really patchy or flaking throughout the day, causing breakouts, but zinc hasn't done any of that. So, it's been my secret base, which I've been gatekeeping forever. The only downside is that the shade range is basically nothing. So if you can't find your shade, you can try mixing or just going with a foundation that has a buildable coverage. So when applying my base, I start by focusing my attention under my eyes, up to the temple to lift my face. I don't worry about covering my blemishes at first. I'd recommend doing that at the very end, since a lot of the times I'm already happy with the way my base looks, even if it's not perfectly covering my blemishes. Now, after lightly blending the zinc down my face, I'm going to focus on covering from the corner of my mouth up to the center of my ear. This again helps define your face structure like we did from the under eye to the temple without using contour. And for the T-zone, I'm just going to cover it with a quick, thin, even layer. Now I'm going to grab a fluffy brush and use it to blend out all the harsh lines. Feel free to go back with whatever base you used to go over certain areas where you want more coverage before blending it out again. Just be aware not to use too much product. I'm just doing this to even out my skin tone. I'm not trying to hide every blemish perfectly. Next is our lip color. I'm going to use Ink Velvet shade 17. I highly recommend finding your shade with this lip product since it's perfect to use for lips and face, which is what I'm going to be doing today. You want to choose a shade that matches the color of your natural lips. It's more so just to even it out and make sure that every part of our lip is the same color. Once you finish applying to your lips, you're going to place a small amount of the same lip color onto the tips of your fingers and blend it gently across your cheeks and then tap the leftover onto your eyelid. This makes sure that your cheeks and eyelids and lips are all the same color. If your lips, cheeks, and eyes are all different colors, your makeup will end up looking more heavy and less natural. Once you're finished with your blush, you want it to look like there's just a little bit too much, since it's going to fade when we apply the powder. Now, with clean hands, let's move on to the final step. I have two different powders that I use. One with a pink tint that I use to brighten under my eyes, and the other with a cold greenish tint, which I use to soften any unwanted redness across my face. For under the eyes, I'm just going to lightly dab the pink powder under it and then gently wipe it away with the brush. You don't want to give it too much time to bake because then you'll end up with creases throughout the day. For the green powder, I'm going to go in with the same brush and gently tap the powder all over the rest of my face. This layer of powder should be very, very light, otherwise your makeup will begin to look thick and cakey. Now usually I'd end my routine here, but for the video I am going to go in with some eyeliner and just tightline under my top lashes. This makes the eyeliner almost undetectable, but it really helps brighten your eyes. Now I'm just going to unclip my hair and we are finished and we're ready to head out and go about our day. Alright, and we are finished. This is the completed look that you guys saw earlier. I really hope that this makeup routine was easy to follow. It is my first makeup video that I'm making on YouTube, so hopefully it was easy to watch. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that is all. I'd also like to put out a disclaimer that I'm not a makeup guru, nor am I a dermatologist, so any advice that I've given out is just from my personal experience. It may or may not work for you as well. This is just what I do and what works best for me. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye!